Welcome to the another video of the basic electrical engineering, and here we will discuss about the internal examination that was held, first internal examination, and we will discuss and solve the problem on basic electrical engineering. So here the first question was asked, determine the Thevenin voltage. Determine the Thevenin voltage and Thevenin resistance across the load resistance. The load resistance is 1 ohm and this is the load resistance. So obviously when this is the load resistance and you have been asked to determine the Thevenin voltage and Thevenin resistance, so obviously you will draw the entire circuit once again. So this circuit is the load resistance is here, so you will draw an entire circuit once again with that is without the load. So in that way you can draw the entire circuit, and now here you will take as a load, and that load is connected with the dependent source 2Ix. This is Ix over here, and this is 3, 2, 10 and 12. 10 here. So this is a circuit look like. So it's like you need to find what is VAB, where A is this and B is this. AB you need to find, and this is the VTH. So in this circuit it is like very easy to solve, because there is a current source, the current will not go. This is an open circuit, the current which will go is only this 10 ampere in this loop. So if the current 10 ampere is flowing in this loop only, so we can have a polarity across the voltage sources, across the resistors, plus minus and plus minus like this. So now we need to find what is VAB. So simply put the KVL in this path A, B, or you can say C, D, A. So you can have a path of A, B, C, D, A, or we can let us have a path from the upper end like this. So here we have a path A, D, C, B, A. In this path, you apply the KVL, and by applying the KVL, we can write, let us write like this. So we can write minus VAB plus, this one is 10, this one is 3 into 10 is the current flowing from this, and then you have got minus of 2Ix is equal to 0. Also we know that there is a dependent source Ix, and thus voltage across this dependent source depend on the current through it, and also we know that relation Ix is equal to minus of 10, because here the 10 is current going down and Ix is going up. So we have to substitute the value of Ix here and solve, and all the known terms are there. So AB is only to be found, so you can find out easily. Another thing is that you have to find what is the RTH, because this is the Thevenin voltage, another is the Thevenin resistance RTH. So for that reason you need to connect this voltage source, and okay, no need to connect a voltage source, rather you short circuit a voltage source and then a resistor, here open circuit the current source, then a resistor, and then you have got one voltage you will take, that is V0. That is a user will take a voltage V0 and with a plus minus 2Ix over here, because dependent sources you will not remove, and let us say I0 is a current. So this circuit is now very simple circuit. Now the current will go through that and it will move a path like this. So we can write a KVL over here, and we can write, let us say, minus V0, and this is 3I0 because of the plus and minus and like this, and here it is minus 2Ix is equal to 0, and then we can also say that Ix is the current like this. So here Ix is equal to minus of I0. So that way also we will do, and put the value of Ix over here, and we can have a relation between I0 and V0. So the same thing has been done over here, and we get the value of first the VAB, and we put a KVL in the closed path, and we get VAB is equal to 60 volts, and also we have the we have taken a voltage V0 and I0 we have, so we get it value, we get a relation between this, and then we get V0 by I0 is 5, and that 5 is nothing but that is a RTH. So we put the value of RTH here, put the value of VTH here. Obviously the current which will flow through the load is 60 by 6, that is 10 ampere. So like that we have solved it easily by using Thevenin theorem and determine the value of Thevenin voltage and Thevenin resistance. Next, what we have is this is a question given to us. Solve using mesh analysis. So if you use a mesh analysis and solve, it can be also easily solved. Only thing you have to find a current through this and this current is, you can find I1 is equal to 2 directly, and just you need to find a KVL across here. Let us see. Yeah, it is done over here. So we have taken two circuits with I1 and I2, two current over here. I1 is easy to find, 2 ampere, and we apply a KVL over here like minus 10 plus 20, I2 minus I1. I1 is 2, so it is 2 over here, plus 5 I2 plus 25 is equal to 0, and we get I2 is equal to 1 ampere. If I2 is 1 ampere, so the current from the 5 ampere, you can choose any direction, like if you have written in this left to right, then the current I2 is the answer, and that is why you get answer is 1 ampere. Now the same problem if you do the node analysis. So node analysis, you can take this as a node and this as a reference. So all the current which is 1, 2 and 3. So this current is 2 ampere is going up. So minus 2. Here it is V minus 10 by 20. So this is one part. So this is second current, and third current is V minus 25 by 5. And this is the third current, and if you equate this, you get the value of V is equal to 30 volts. So what is the current which is going in this path? So obviously that is 30 minus 25 by 5. That comes out to be 5 divided by 5, that is 1 ampere. So we get the value of I again by node analysis, 1 ampere. Then we have a superposition theorem. Then superposition theorem, we have 3 different cases. One case that you will keep, this is one. This is at first you will keep, and then you will keep the like you can have like this one as second source. Then you have a third. This is the third source. At any time you have one source. The voltage source is there, but the current source is open circuit and the voltage source is short circuit. You got an equation. You get the value of I1 is 10 by 25. Then you have other source in which 25 volt is there, but other things will be replaced by the internal resistance, and you get I2 is equal to minus 1. Then you have a current source and the other two voltage sources are short circuit. Then you got a value of I3 is equal to 40 by 25. So when you add these three, all the I1 plus I2 plus I3, you get the value of 1 ampere. So using my superposition theorem also, you get the same answer, 1 ampere. So like that you can evaluate all those things and you can get the answer. Now the third question what is asked is that determine the potential across node A and B. So that is the question, node A and B is asked, and the power delivered by the 10 ampere current source. So this question is again a very easy question, like 10 ampere current source is there. So the current in this is 10 ampere. No need to evaluate. It looks 10 ampere directly. The current will not go this side. So the polarity of this is to be formed. Now the polarity is done. So this voltage potential is 10 into 1 is 10 volts. And the potential over here is 20 volts in this polarity. So when you ask VAB, so obviously VAB is equals to this 5 volt is there plus 5. And this is 9 into 0 because no current is flowing over here. We can have this path also, but why to go this path if you have a much better path for it? We can have this path in the KVL. Then we have a plus 20. Then we have plus 1 into 10. That is 10 volts. This is VAB, right? So we can have 5 plus 20 plus 10. The total is 35 volts. This is VAB. If we got the value of VAB, so another thing is what is the power delivered by the 10 ampere current source. So you need to find what is the voltage across 10 ampere, that is a Vx, and you can easily find because now you have a potential of VAB, or any other method you can apply and find the value of Vx. So what we have done is, here we have just taken the value of Vx. Vx we got this is a 50 volts, VAB is coming around 35 volts. Now 35 is equal to, we can write in this that 35 VAB is equals to, so this is, let us say VAB is equal to 35 is equal to 5 plus 0 into 9. Let us say this is Vx, and then we have minus of 20. This much is a value, so we have got, so 35 is equal to this one. So let us find out the value of Vx. 35, this minus 20 will go this side plus 20, this 5 will go this side minus 5, and this comes out to be 50 volts. So now 50 volts with 10 ampere, total is 500 watt. So this is what is the solution of the fast interval. So here you have got 1.5 plus 1.5. So if you write with the first question VAB, so you got 1.5 marks. And if you write with the power, and you got another 1.5 marks. Similarly on the top, similarly here you have been asked about mesh analysis and node analysis and superposition theorem. So if your answer is 1 in all and also the procedure is right, so you will be deserving like 1 plus 1 plus 1. If your answer is wrong but procedure is right, so you can get 0.5, 0.5 and 0.5. But if you have made a shortcut and you got the answer directly without having a procedure, then also you will get the same marks. So like that the number is divided. And here you have a same again 1.5 and 1.5 and 1. So obviously this one you will get if you know find out the answer. Current, also determine the current through 1 ohm. So it is understood that you will be using the same Thevenin circuit to find the 1 ampere. Find the answer through 1 ohm. Or if you find the value of VTH, you got 1.5. Again you find the value of RTH, you got 1.5, and you got the answer IL, you get 1 marks. So total you get the 4 marks. So like that, this internal marks is being divided, and out of which you will get 10 out of suppose 10. We can normalize it to any other marks, whatever you get. And all the best. And if you're in doubt, please let me know. Thank you very much.